Hey, it's February 27th, and it's a beautiful day outside today. As always, I don't really have any agenda about what I want to talk about. Just trying to get some things out of my head. Um, Things have been pretty cool. I feel a little lighter than I usually would. Um, I don't feel the need to, smoke my house out like I usually would. But I'm good. It's such a beautiful day outside. I got to babysit my little grandbaby today. Um, she's so fun. She's so fun. She's just don't call her beautiful, because if you call her beautiful, she'd be smiling for days. um, but she is beautiful, so her personality matches her smile. Uh, I was listening to somebody today. His name is Track Beats. Um, I just started really listening to him, and I don't know what made me get subscribed to his channel. Um, Stop saying he speaks a lot of truth. Very self-aware. It's a lot of things I could say to describe him. But what he said today that I heard, that people are intimidated by you, and you don't even try. And I'm thinking to myself, what could I be doing that intimidates people? I mean, I love on people too much sometimes. I'm a giving person too much sometimes. Um, I share, I care, I love. I have a wonderful listening ear, and I don't get it. And it's probably not for me to get, just be aware and know. Just really interesting. What I am going to say though is that I am very, very grateful to be here for such a time as this. I am grateful for everything that I have. I mean, I feel grateful just to see how my plants are growing, which is amazing because I only started out with 2 or 3 plants, and now I have a little forest, you know. And I heard someone say, well, you should take off, this, and you should cut the little brown spots off and whatever, whatever. But I'm thinking, if they were outside, what would they look like? And I'm okay with that. It's just a natural process, right? I could be wrong, but that's just how I look at it. It's still beautiful. My little aloe is just growing up. So grateful. I'm grateful for my family, my children, my grandchildren. I'm very grateful for them. At this very moment, everyone is not as close as I would like them to be. But I also know that I have been explaining to them that once you start learning certain things, you don't really look at the character or the title. Let me say the title of people. So if someone's doing something that's not right, then you walk away, you move, you don't give them the same that you used to give to them. And this is within family. I know I have I'm not gonna say I have quite a few family members that they are just that. I used to be a big thing on, oh, the elders, they get disrespect, and you got to do this with them. If I had known now what I known then, what I know now, I probably would have been doing a lot of things differently, because they did not deserve the respect that I gave them. Yeah, they did not. I don't care how old they are, what title they hold. If you are a piece of shit, then you are a piece of shit. I've learned that, you gotta let some things go. Understand what happened. I heard someone else say, you gotta look at things like it's a video game. And that's basically what this little simulation stuff is, a video game. They have a role to play. They decided what their role was going to be before they came here. So did I. We knew how everything was going to play out. We just forgot that when we were born. So look at it that way. If that helps, it might not help some people, because some people just go and completely just go off and, whatever. Me, I have to just really think about, this is their role. They're taking their role to the finish line. Some may change, some may not. And I think those who were meant to change just will change. But to know that there are some who follow you from lifetime to lifetime to do the same exact shit that they did the previous lifetimes. I'm glad that I was able to understand what happened in the past and not do the same things that I did to get me caught up. And then to start doing things that I hadn't done before. It's all about our experience. We come here to experience what life here is all about. And I'm grateful to be able to learn that. Still learning. We'll never stop learning. It's an ongoing process. There's no finish line. No finish line. I guess maybe until you stop coming back and you're able to become some guardian or ascended master or something. I'm not sure how all that works in that system, but you become the one that will help those who are here learning. And to them, I am so grateful because they have really showed up and showed out for me. Oh, yeah. Showed up and just wherever I go, they're there. Morning, noon, and night. Here right now, looking at me making this video. I am grateful to you all. I love you all. Even when I'm sleeping, they just right there. It's like making sure nothing happens. Amazing. It's amazing. I don't know if that sounds weird, but I love this spiritual walk, you know? When I was a Christian, I loved that. The spiritual portion of that, having a connection with divine. Mine was always different. I had my own way of thinking about things. Even as a child, to some, I would be considered as very strange. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because even in the Christian lingo, if you are peculiar, that is like a thing of being God's child. So I am peculiar and I love it. Does it have its hurtful moments? Absolutely. Absolutely. For many years, I wanted to fit in and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't. I couldn't figure out why the things that people did just didn't sit well with me. It just, not to say that I was better than anybody. It's just like, what are you doing that for? So, even younger, I did some things, and I can remember on many occasions, the elderly men would say to me, "You're not supposed to be here." When I would go out, hang out and have drinks. I couldn't do any more than 2 drinks. But I love to dance, so I would always dance even by myself. But they would just say, you don't even look right being here. And I was like, I couldn't figure out what that meant back then, but I know what it means now. I was set apart. Some saw it. Some saw it and said something about it. Some saw it and chose to treat me poorly because of it. Because they could see it and I didn't even see it myself. But in that strange way, I am grateful for even the ones who treated me poorly, because that, like, pushed me to be where I am, to get to know who I am, you know, to cherish who I was made to be. I don't know if I have something specific that I'm supposed to do while I'm here. Um, I don't know. But I know I am here to enjoy the ride. I am here to be the best that I could be. Um, and that's it. Enjoy life. Hmm. And at this very moment, I believe God, Holy Spirit, whatever you, Divine Creator, whatever you choose to name that one, has me sitting down for a reason. Don't know the reason. I know I was burnt out at work, same thing over and over again. I know there was a lot of spiritual things going on at work that I never mentioned to people because I didn't know who to talk to. Most of them were doing stuff against me anyway. Um, I was just burnt out. 15 years I was there. Almost 30 years in the healthcare field. It was a good ride. I was taken advantage of a lot, and I knew that. But I would tell myself, you're not going to let that stop you. Because I felt like, that was my goal in life. My destiny was to be in that field and, help other people. Because every field pretty much that I went into, when it comes to the medical field, someone in my family ended up eventually needing the expertise that I had in that. Whether it was nephrology, which is dealing with kidneys, diseases, and whatnot. Podiatry, liver disease, and infectious diseases, which encompasses a lot of things. But so for many years, I accepted what I felt was good for everyone else. And someone was like, okay, now that you're divorced or whatever and you're learning you, what do you want to do? I couldn't even answer her at the time. I could not answer her because I was so used to accepting what was handed to me pretty much. But I made what was handed to me do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, if someone gives you lemons, you make lemonade. I made the best of everything that was handed to me. I will admit that. And I'm not a braggart, but I will admit that. And it's like the day before I left, the day before my last day at work, I was having a conversation with someone and don't know what we were talking about, but I said to the new person who I was training to take over my job, that you always, how did I put it? You want to make sure when you leave a place, you leave a place where no one else can replace you. And I think I've done that. People can do the job, but no one will be able to replace me. It's only one of me. No one loved like I did. I'm not saying the doctors did not, but I had many, many patients who came there who were going through a lot, and the things that I said to them and to encourage them, some kept them alive. Some kept them coming back because they were not going to come back anymore because of how they were being treated. Just lots of conversations, even talking to people and telling them that you cannot put all your everything into these human being doctors because they are not the one who created you. And I think that shocked a lot of people because I'm at the job, but sometimes you're put in a place to give another perspective. So I gave another perspective to let them know, yes, you appreciate the doctors. You can love on them for their time, their knowledge, blah, blah, blah. But they can only go by the statistics, really. You know, some experiments that they've done from previous people. But the creator of everything can make a way out of no way, can heal when there is no healing in human standards. No one can do what the creator can do. That just made me want to cry. I'm such and then having people to take a look at themselves, you come in and I say, how you doing today? Well, if I was doing good, I wouldn't be here. And then I come back with something like, well, you are doing a whole lot better than some, because some couldn't even make it here. Or some could not even see the light of day. So I think you're doing really good. And, roll with that first. I would say, if they ask me how I'm doing today, and I'll be like, any day I can get up is a good day. Because the alternative is not so nice. Or maybe it is. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. But even with the healing, people have so many issues and things going on, and it's just like, why are you so mean? Why are you coming here treating me like I'm not shit? Because you going through something. something. Change your attitude. Be grateful you can still walk, talk, shit, breathe. You know what I'm saying? Drive. Be grateful for those things at least. Um, some got it. Some just looked at me like I was absolutely crazy. But I bet you they heard it. In here. They heard it. Now, whether they was going to do something about it or not, I don't know. Some people are okay in their misery. That's why they like to tell everybody, because they need to have somebody come with them in their misery. They need somebody to be miserable with them, you know? I just can't. I got my own shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I have to got my own shit. It's a battle for me to even come into work sometimes. It's a whole bunch of times I didn't want to be at work, but I felt a duty to speak, so to speak, to show people, no matter what you're going through, you don't have to look like what you're going through. You don't have to act like you're going through something. You don't have to push that off on other people. And no matter what, some people are still just going to be who they are. And that's the hard part. You have to learn to be okay with that. Be okay with that. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Because I have not met every person in the world. I only met the ones that I've met. So once I start traveling all over the world, then I'll be able to meet a whole lot of different people and get other perspectives. Hey, Snowbird, Dewbird. Let's grab my Snowbird number. I hadn't got out in a long time. I've been usually just been in the house. I'll go outside, get some sun, come back in. Doing a lot of reading, a lot of writing, a lot of thinking about where my life is going, you know? I'm 54. And as some would say, I'm over half of 100. Even though I don't feel like it. I feel like there's so much more for me to do. And even leaving the job, I don't feel like that was retirement for me. I just feel like if I had stayed there, I would miss out on what it is that I really wanted to do, even though at this very moment, I still don't know what that is. But I think God wants me to go and be, to figure out what that is. And if I can say, this about myself without sounding so self-assured of myself, or I don't know if that's the right words, but anyway, you'll know what I'm talking about. If I can say about myself, all my life, I have given. to the point where I lacked. And that's that hyper, whatever that term is. Those that don't know, I've given, I've done for, I've helped, I've loved, I've listened, I've overextended. And I think right now, I want to receive that back. I do. Even if it's for a little while, I'm praying that it's for the rest of my life. But even if it's for a little while, I want to receive that back from the universe. Because the universe knows that I really gave from my heart, not expecting anything back, just wanting people to feel loved, to feel good, to understand it's okay, and whatever that was, to think in a different way, to change some things, to hold on to some things, to know that no matter what society says is beautiful, everyone's beautiful in their own way. Even those arseholes who do negative stuff. At some point in their life, some things that they have done, I'm just going to stop that there. Yeah. What else can I say? I can't wait to see what's in store for me. I can't wait. I can hear my ancestors saying that they love me and that they're proud of me. That means a lot. Even though it's not always necessary, but it does feel good sometimes, you know? It does. And my got a couple of grandbabies. I can already see that they have the same thing that I got going on that I had as a child. And I encourage their moms, my daughters, all the time. Do not let people take advantage of that. Because people will try to suck all the good out of you just to gain their own whatever, because they don't know how to go to source and get that for themselves. I do not Mm-mm. Because when I become an ancestor or ascended master or whatever it is that I am going to be, and I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Because I'm scared some motherfuckers messing with my grandbabies. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. But I'm going to do everything that I can to keep them strong when they're young. That's why I'm praying for them now. That's why I'm talking to them now. Whenever they're around me, I'm speaking life into them. I don't care if you're 5 months or 12 years or 18 years. I'm going to speak things into you to help you be the best that you can be right then while they're young, and not wait until they're 50 something years old. So that it'll be okay. They can be strong in it when they get to be 54 years old. Yeah. They are going to be okay. They are going to be okay. And I am going to make sure of that. I'm going to make sure of that. Yep. I can't wait to see what they're going to be or what they're going to do, you know? I'm excited. I'm excited to see that. Just as excited as I am to see what it is that I'm going to do. It's like being a little kid all over again. You know, I was thinking, when you're a kid and, elders come to you, what you want to be when you grow up? At the time, I would just say different things. I wanted to be a deep sea diver. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I wanted to be an occupational therapist. What else did I want to do? Singer, actor. I wanted to do so many things. And at some point, I just wanted to be a parent. Excuse me. I felt like that was really important, just to be a mom. So when I became one, before, when I got pregnant for the first time, I was young, but I researched everything. I did all kinds of back then we only had like what is it? It wasn't DVDs back then. It was the tape thing, VHS tapes. So I went to the library. I got VHS tapes. I looked at stuff in the library. I watched PBS specials and all kind of stuff. I listened to people say certain things. I thought it was the best feeling in the world when I was pregnant. The best. And I will still say to this day, being pregnant, I don't care your back hurting, all the movements where you gotta push it. I loved that. I absolutely loved it. Now, if we can skip the pain, if we can skip the pain, you know. But it wasn't that bad because my first was like 4.5 hours. My last one, it was like, I don't even think start to finish, it was an hour. Well, it had to be an hour because we had to go from Inkster to Hudson Hospital. So I started labor. I'm not going to tell you what made me go into labor. But by the time she was coming out. Anyway, but I love that. I loved it. It was such an honor to be able to hold and carry another life. Um, the different changes your body goes through. Oh, the dreams I had was like phenomenal. I wish that I had thought about writing down my dreams back then. Those were some powerful dreams. There's only ones that really stand out to me, but well, I wish I had written that down. Um, Such an honor. And I've seen most of my grandbabies being born. I was right there, which was also an honor. There was a few that I didn't get to see, but I don't love them any less. Especially during COVID, we couldn't go see some. But I got to hold them babies afterwards. Most people will probably say that I haven't done a lot with my life, but even with the things I just mentioned here today, I'm proud of me. Because I think that I've done a lot more than some. I'm very proud of me. I could have been in a lot of different spaces. But I wasn't. I could have done a lot of things that weren't so nice. Especially because some of the people that I held out with, that I hung around, I was with them, but I wasn't with them. And even when I was with them, they were kind of off the side doing some questionable things. Which is probably why those guys said, you don't need to be here. Oh my God. Oh my. That's why. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Mm. As I mentioned before, all my kids are not close. They're not even close with me as I may have wanted them to be. But, I think that had to do with how I was raised and the things that I had to go through because I had my children very young, back to back while I was young. I didn't even know who I was, you know what I mean? No excuse. I knew how to do the basic things, the things I'm supposed to do to take care of the baby. But emotionally, I'm sure I didn't give them everything that they needed. And they were all different. I had 5 children, and they were all absolutely different. Um, I was gonna go somewhere with that, but I don't know where I was gonna go. It'll come back to me. Or it won't. I love all of them though. 5 different personalities. They always used to ask me, how did you do that? I don't know. I think I was in mommy mode. People always say, well, you taking all them kids to the store with you. Yeah. They so quiet. That comes from training them up at home. You know what I'm saying? Um, I had someone who lived across the street from us. You know, he was able to afford his children a lot of nice things. And me, I gave my kids $20 a piece, and we went to the thrift store, and they came home with bags each of items, whatever it is that they wanted. But I had a wash machine with no dryer, but they were clean going to school. Did what I had to do. I remember dumping clothes in the tub and having the kids just stomp on the clothes to wash them out, hung them up. Well, I can go on for a long time talking about that kind of stuff. I am grateful for all the things that I went through, though. I'm also grateful that my children went through those things. There's some people who say, I don't never want my kids to go through the same things that I went through, but I think some things are important for you to experience. It will help you to understand, enjoy, respect things when they do come to you. Or some it just won't. It just depends on who that person is. But I can see from most of my children, they didn't like it. They felt that I was not a good mother. But look at them now. I'm very proud of them. Very, very proud of them. No, they have that mindset. I want to make sure my kids have all these different things. Does that really make a difference? I guess it depends on how you look at it. Anyway, let me stop talking about this stuff because I could be on here for hours. I'm just checking in. I'm still alive despite of what people wanted from me. And to all of you who wanted me gone because you felt intimidated by me or hated me because of you wanted what I had or what have you. Hey, love you. That's it. That's all she wrote. I'm gonna talk to you later.